welcome back. Sa May 2 na magsisimula ang pinakaabangang finals ng UAAP Men's and Women's Volleyball Tournaments. Muli maghaharap sa Women's Finals ang magkaribala Ateneo Lady Eagles at LaSalle Lady Spikers, habang ang Ateneo Blue Eagles naman at NU Bulldogs ang magsasagupa sa Men's Finals. Now let's talk now to volleyball analyst Coach Ronnie Magsanoc para talakayan ang exciting finals matchups. Good evening, Coach Ronnie. Good to have you back. Okay, medyo napatagal. Mapapahintay ng konti yung mga fans and the players that could be a factor. So, pero let's start first with the men's finals. I remember when we talked about this the last time you were here, mukhang ito naman yung kinikinita ng marami, although nahirapan ng NU at talagang na-challenge sila. Muntik na talaga. And they had to win the last two sets to get there. But what can you say about them making it back to against Ateneo in the finals and the journey they went through?
I believe lumabas dito yung DNA ng NU.
Okay.
Pwede mong sabihin talo na, nanalo pa.
Okay.
And I thought that it was the best game para sa NU as a team. Dahil FU had a 6-point lead at 14-8 in the fourth set. Nothing was going right para sa NU. Biglang nag-click nabuhayan. At naituloy-tuloy nila hanggang doon sa fifth set. Masasabi ko lang, I think, it made them very ready to face Ateneo.
If there's anything such as a momentum and confidence booster,
ito yun.
Yun.
Kaya nilaro agad ni Coach Dante. Sinabi niya, kalawang Ateneo kami, sharp na sharp kami.
You know, so kalawang ba sila? I mean, it's so difficult na maghintay ka na nakasweep ka, you get that straight to the finals reward. Some would say reward, some would say sometimes it's a detriment kasi ang hirap, di ba? Worse, may delay pa na usod yung schedule, di ba? Dahil sa ASEAN Summit. Gaano ka concerned ito for Ateneo?
Marahil may ilang adjustment in terms of tapering and kailan ka didiin. Pero still, para sa akin, happy problem yan para kay Coach Oliver. Dahil isipin mo, hindi mo na pinagdaanan yung pinagdaanan ng NU na muntik na nga hindi makalusot. Para naman sa NU, yung additional break gives them more time to prepare. Kasi yung attention nila nasa FU talaga. Pero ngayon, nakita na nila na kaya nila. At I believe psychologically, it's a different battle when they get the finals. Although talagang lamang na lamang ang Ateneo. We talk about yung mga numero regarding their first two meetings. Still, sa pinakita ng FU laban sa NU, siguro doon na rin kukuha ng inspiration ng NU na kung sila pinahirapan ng FEU, kaya rin nilang pahirapan ang Ateneo to put pressure dito sa ating three-peat seeking Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Alright, so abangan natin yun, yung men's finals. At syempre, lalong inaabangan din yung women's finals na once again, for the 6th straight year, we're seeing blue versus green. Similar routes to the finals na 3-1 wins in the semifinals. But talk about those one sets that each of them dropped. May nakitaan ba silang weakness? May nakitaan ba silang mga problema na maaaring atakihin ng kanilang kalaban in the finals? To start with the LaSalle team, wherein there's a dramatic third set wherein UST had a miraculous moment with injury and then a recovery within the same set. But still, what could they learn from that?
I believe it's having the right focus. Sabi ni Coach Ramil, ayan na naman tayo, na-distract lang tayo sa injury ni EJ. Nagkagulo-gulo na tayo. Ay, kung titignan mo si Coach Ramil, ito yung masasabi natin na isang mentor na pag bumuo siya ng isang team, talagang surgical precision. Bumagyo man, lumindol man, diretso lang sila. Ganun sila. Kaya natuhay, natulow, isa lang yung timpla. And I think it comes with his leadership. So, kung naalog man, ang nakita ko is nakabawi agad. And I think that also holds true for Ateneo. I thought that it will go 5 sets. First time in 3 matches that they beat FEU in less than 5 sets.
Yun na nga So would you say improvement yun, yung performance nila?
Yes, because I thought that FEU would really be able to get at least 1 game laban sa Ateneo. Given yung level nila, given yung isa lang yun na walang player para sa kanila. At hirap na hirap din sa kanila talaga yung Ateneo. But in the end, Ateneo's depth and the composure ni Gia Morada were the keys to them beating FEU for the 3rd straight time this year.
Alright, now let's talk about how they will fare in the finals. Interestingly, itong LaSalle, remember last year, ang dami na ng veterano, which was a big reason why they obviously won it. Pero this year, di ba, when Kim last year, hindi siya sigurado kung babalik siya o hindi. She finally decided she would, pero yet, ang dami niya kasamang bata na siya yung kumakarga with
Siya,
Coach
ate.
Ramil. Yun na nga, siya pinaka-ate.
Siya, ate.
How ready is this young core of LaSalle to defend their championship?
Well, I believe that the transition happened right away nung naintindihan nila na hindi na babalik yung mga katulad nila Aragalang,
Yeah.
nila Nika Reyes. And I thought that 2.5 months of competition is quite enough for them to be very ready para dito sa dulo, yung bakbakan sa dulo. I think that Desiree Cheng has already regained her fighting form.
Okay.
Tin Chamson is also performing much better than I think Coach Ramil expected. But if there's one key player para dito sa LaSalle, aside from, of course, Kim Fardo,
Yeah.
Kim D, and Majoy Baron, na talagang constant and consistent performers, it has to be Duke Ogonzanya.
Okay.
Kasi yung depth ng Ateneo, I think
Yeah.
they can go as far as 9 to 10 players. Pero sa LaSalle, solid na 6 lang talaga.
Right.
Kung kukuha ka man ng isa pa, si May Luna na yun eh. Other than that, wala na ako nakikita except yung situational subs na ginagawa ni Coach Ramil.
Right.
So kung sisipa yung offense nitong mga players na to, like what they did against UST, kaya nilang sumabay sa Ateneo because defensively, they are a better team.
Yeah.
Pag tinignan mo yung rankings at yung mga numero, but offensively, it is where Ateneo's offense has been superior to LaSalle's defense in the first 2 matches. Kaya hindi sila nakalusot sa Ateneo sa unang 2 beses.
How big a deal is this for Kim to leave some kind of a championship legacy? It's something special always to win on your senior year,
Of course,
graduating year, kahit any sport. But all the more now na siya yung pinaka-ate na parang ikaw yung kumarga talaga so parang mas matamis kung magawa mo yun. Gaano ka laking bagay yun para sa kanya? Do you think knowing her through the years, is that something that's playing in her mind somehow?
I think it was the main challenge for her. That's why she came back.
Okay.
She delayed her decision, but eventually, I think that was top of mind para din kay Ate Kim. At ngayon, from the finals win in season 78 to game 1 of season 79, I think it's still at the back of her mind. And that will be her prime motivation to end
Yun.
her UAP career on a winning note. Bagay na hindi nagagawa ng lahat ng players, even the phenom na si Eliza Valdez.
Right. Well, shifting to Ateneo naman, interestingly, yung change of schedule, babagsak tuloy
Nalungkot.
yung finals.
Nalungkot yung mga bata.
Sa finals nila.
Yes, yes.
Meaning, finals exams, finals weekend, that's not easy. How much of a factor will that be na yung kanilang focus, yung stress? Siyempre, nasa-stress ka pag nag-aaral ka para sa finals exam. Sabay!
Unang-una, force majeure. Pangalawa, I think these young student athletes are mature enough to understand na if you don't pass,
Yeah.
you don't play next year.
Of course, yeah.
If you want to play next year,
Right.
then you have to be on top of
Right.
your studies. So kasama yun sa discipline, I think, ni Coach Taibon did and the rest of the Ateneo management group who are overseeing the entire program.
Right.
Yeah, but it's still a huge concern dahil magpupuyat ka kung kinakailangan at higit sa lahat, double stress nga eh. Inaaral mo yung game plan, inaaral mo rin yung game plan mo sa exam.
Yep.
But that is something that you are not in control of, and I'm sure that by now, na these successful athletes, alam na nila na ang pwede mo lang talagang panghawakan ay mga bagay na kontrolado mo. Otherwise, haharapin mo lang talaga at gagawin mo yung kinakailangan.
Si Joe came back in the last game
Right.
after missing
2 games.
2 games, pero parang yung pag-compete nga nilang pecha halos isang buwan, technically speaking daw.
Yes, tama yan.
And she wasn't at her top form. Inamin din niya yun. Na anong effect nun sa kanya na you have to be ready in your top form right away para sa finals? Gano'ng kalaking challenge sa kanya?
I think
Coming
this
off
is
an
not the
injury.
first time na nasaktan si Joe Maraguinot.
Yeah.
Siya makikinabang dun sa
Yun,
additional
if anybody.
na days
Yes.
off. Siya makikinabang talaga
Yeah.
dun. I think there are pluses, there are minus in terms of factors. Pero para kay Maraguinot, extra 3-4 days of practice, malaking bagay yun. Is she in peak form? Looking at the way she's built and the way they're trained, makikita mo, very lean naman sila eh. Ang kaibahan lang siguro yung game shape na tinatawag.
Yun na nga eh.
But she performed well enough to be able to help Ateneo get past FU. And I think that come May 2nd, she will be at the top of her game dahil all year pinaghahandaan talaga nila, lalong-lalo na yung arch rival sa maghaharap pagdating sa finals.
Right. Well, similar somehow to Kim Fajardo na bumalik this year to win a championship again, hopefully on her senior year. Si Michelle Morente naman, last year absent dahil sa kanyang academic issues. Mas matindi ba yung gutom niya ngayon na sinabi niya na miss niya last year, nanood siya from the sidelines. I can imagine any athlete, Coach Ronnie, yung teammates mo, hindi mo matulungan, di ba nakakagigil yun eh.
Pwede mong ihalin tulad yung situation niya kay Desiree Cheng eh.
Tama, yeah.
Ang kaibahan, yung kay Mitch Morente, hindi sila nanalo.
Correct.
Si Desiree, nanalo yung team. So, merong hunger factor na pinag-uusapan. Mahirap para kay Mitch Morente. Para sa akin, mahirap dahil she is the top player of Ateneo right now.
Okay.
She's the only player averaging a triple-double laban sa De La Salle. And I think that the way she performs will define kung ano talaga yung paglalagyan ng Ateneo pagdating dito sa laban sa La Salle. Mahirap kasi may pressure, mahirap kasi iba ang laban sa finals, iba yung level sa semis, iba ang laban sa finals. So, but I think yung hirap na pinagdaanan niya na hindi nakapaglaro last year will be enough na panggagalingan ng lakas na kailangan niya to be able to play dun sa standard na tingin niya kaya niya at kailangan ng team pagdating dito sa series.
Alright, lastly, syempre, hindi mo mabubura yung psychological factor, whether it's for or against any of these two. Ikaw na magsabi that Ateneo beat La Salle twice this elimination round.
Knowing Coach Ramil and understanding the psyche of these young players, I think isipin na lang nila one set at a time.
Okay.
Meron naman, kung titignan mo yung game 1, there were 2 sets, special the first 2 sets. We talked about it dati na panalo sana sila ron. But in the end, they lost the tight points. Natalo sila in that game 1 meeting. Doon naman sa second round, nanalo sila ng isang set, pero nagka-problema sila. And there are always reasons behind. Once again, Ateneo's offense superior than La Salle's defense. But in game number 2, 36 or 38 errors ang nangyari para sa La Salle. Uncharacteristic. Can they correct it? Yes, they can. Can they work on it? Yes, they can. But once again, kailangan lumabas yung DNA nila. Their defensive teeth, kailangan lumabas at mapiga yung napakahirap bantayan na si Gia Morado at yung multiple attackers ng Ateneo.
Alright, well, we will wait and see next week. Dahil papaintigin namin kayo ng kaunti-unti at manood na lang muna kayo ng NBA playoffs. Alright, Sabado. Bukas at saka Sabado, syempre, nakaschedule na po yan para sa ABS-CBN Sports. Abangan nyo na lang yung mga susunod na schedule with Coach Ronnie. Maraming salamat.
Thank you.
See you again soon, Coach Ronnie.
Hi guys, keep watching The Score for the latest sports updates and don't forget to subscribe to the ABS-CBN Sports in Action YouTube channel.